Hello, everyone, and welcome to Intro to Psychology. This is a entirely online Blackboard course for summer 2020. Just a few navigation tips and some introduction to the class. When you log into Blackboard, you should see a list of your courses, and when you click on the Intro to Psychology course, you will get something that looks like this homepage. The actual name of the course will be up here. This is just a general area for me to work from for now. So you should start on your home page and you'll see any relevant announcements here. You should always check for those. And really the first place to go is this syllabus link. This has all your information you need to know about the course. You should already have a paper copy, from your Smart Scholar or Smart Transfer counselors of the syllabus. It's always available to you here. You just click on this link and it'll open the document. Very easy to do. And this is all the information you need to know for the course. Grading, work that's due dates, all of those kind of things. Classroom etiquette, netiquette. Please take the time to read this, review it, send me any questions you have. Navigating back to the class, I do provide a schedule for the course that I really encourage you to print out, post it on your wall next to your workspace, someplace where you can see it every day, just to help keep you on track. And we'll talk more about the schedule and all of that as we go. In this syllabus and more folder here, which is always going to be available on your menu page. If you're not seeing this, just a quick navigational tip. You just pull out this side menu here and you'll see this whole course menu. So some tips on participating in discussion boards. I have a bunch of examples for you. Once you read through the syllabus, you'll see that you need to do a lot of discussions for this course. And then here's some other general tips, college policies, things like that. Okay, this is my little introduction to all of you, a little bit about myself. It is a PDF file, so you just click all of those things to open it. It should just take a minute to download. And typically in an on-campus class, I would go through this in the classroom. So without that, we'll take a look at this for you. I'll run through it and explain a little bit about myself. This is a summer course, entirely online. Again, remember to check the announcement section in Blackboard. That will come up automatically. The best way to get in touch with me is through this college email address. Just send that through the Outlook messaging system. I typically check that daily, multiple times a day on my phone, and that's the best way to get a quick message to me. We will have weekly online chats through Blackboard Collaborative, and I will give you some instructions on how to get there. It's relatively an easy process. I'll be there every Wednesday from 1 to 2. You can always email me and set up a time to have a chat. I'm more than happy to do that. If you need to get to me in an emergency type situation, if you can't get to your computer, the internet is out, all of those things that can happen, you can always call this number and leave a message for the administrative assistant. She will get a message to me as soon as she can. So in an emergency, just have that number handy. And of course, your Smart Scholar, Smart Transfer counselors are always available to you as well. This class has an online textbook. We'll look more at that as we go, but it's available also as a PDF download if you'd like to put that on one of your readers. If you do need a paper printout of that, it is available. I would need a little bit of a warning time for that, but we can get you a physical copy if you need that for the text. A little bit about me. This is my daughter Maddie here. She is now 13. We have 2 pets, 2 dogs at home. This is my husband here. Some of you may recognize Mr. Farina from Oneida Middle School. And so this is a little bit about our family life. I come from a very large family. I am the 7th of 8 kids. I've had dozens of nieces and nephews. And so obviously psychology is an area of interest for me. I've been studying people since I was a little kid, basically. Some information about the course. Attendance and participation is really important, particularly in an online summer class. Things move really quickly. So just stay on top of the work. The schedule sort of lays out what you should be doing each week. So just stay on top of that. Always reach out to me if things get overwhelming, if things happen. Please let me know as soon as possible. I will do my absolute best to work with you and help you succeed. You will need to do at least 3 discussion submissions each week. We'll look at those more later, and reply to your students for one of those discussions. We will have a wiki-based vocabulary glossary area that you'll need to do for each chapter. Again, we'll look at that more in the class. And you'll have a current event project that's due towards the end of class. We'll have a brief final exam. It is online. And yes, that does mean it would be open book. You will be able to use this glossary that you work on together throughout the semester. So that should be very beneficial to you come final exam time. This week, we will have a quick quiz about the syllabus and things in the course. So you'll need to answer a few questions. I'd like you to do that icebreaker discussion. These are both graded items. They're worth 5 points each, so make sure you do those. And we'll move right into the history of psychology and research in psychology, chapters 1 and 2 in your text. You should start that vocabulary right away. This week we have 2 chapters. We will not have 2 chapters for every week, but typically in the beginning of the semester it's a little heavier in terms of reading, so make sure you stay on top of that. Your first discussion will be related to these 2 chapters. Something I like to always remind students of is sort of this idea about being a wise consumer. And so I just want you to keep this in mind as we read through the chapter. You're consuming information when you look for that current event research article or news article. You're consuming that information, that news information. So just keep in mind some of the basic principles of scientific thinking. Think critically, be open-minded, be intellectually curious, look for different sources, look for different opinions, be careful, intellectually careful about where you get your information from. We will do a little bit of a quick guide about information literacy. The Begley Library is open this summer. It's under construction and entirely online. I will provide links to the library. The librarians are available 24/7 for an online chat. They are an excellent resource for information. So if you have any questions about that as we go, feel free to reach out to me or use that Begley Library online chat, and I'll show you where that link is. Again, along the lines of scientific thinking, look for multiple explanations. What could be some other reasons or causes? Sometimes in psychology, we call those confounding variables, things that can affect the results that maybe we didn't think about. So just keep that in mind as we go through the course. All right, so navigating back again to the course. As I said, here's the link for Begley Library, and we will talk more about that in some of our other videos. I'll give you a quick tutorial. All right, everybody, please take a look at the class. Send me any questions that you have, and we'll move on to navigating some of these areas in the next video.